Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sheba Princess. In today's class, I would like to introduce Robert Burns and his poem A Red Red Rose. Robert Burns is a Scottish poet and a lyricist. He is widely regarded as the national poet of Scotland. Much of his writing is in English and has a light Scottish dialect. He is also called as Rabbi Burns and as the ploughman poet. Burns is regarded as a pioneer of the Romantic movement, and after his death, he became a great source of inspiration to the founders of both liberalism and socialism, and he was a cultural icon in Scotland. A Red Red Rose was first published in 1794 in a selection of Scots songs harmonized, improved with simple and adapted graces by Peter Urbani. In this poem, the speaker declares the intense love he feels for another. He compares his love to a rose and insists that his love will be everlasting. After indicating an impending separation, the speaker concludes by insisting that his love will endure while the lovers are apart. Burns draws heavily upon the language of sentiment and emotion, as well as the traditional conventions of ballads. This poem deals with the themes of the relationship of man to the natural world, everlasting or enduring love, and the power of human emotions. This poem follows a very straightforward structure. In the first stanza, the persona describes the love he feels for the object of his affections in highly figurative terms. In the second stanza, the persona gives an estimation of his love which seems to be as boundless as the woman's beauty. In the third stanza, the persona promises his subject that he will love her eternally. In the concluding stanza, the persona bids farewell to his loved one for now but pledges to return to her at some point in the future. The poem A Red Red Rose follows the formal conventions of traditional ballad and folk song. It makes use of the techniques designed to have oral appeal and is meant to be sung aloud. It has 4 stanzas of 4 lines each. Each quatrain has the rhyme scheme ABCB. The poem opens with a simile comparing his love for his lady love to a rose, a traditional symbol of love. His love is passionate, as in full bloom. But we note that this romance might be in its infancy given the word choice newly. This might account for the enthusiastic and hyperbolic terms by which the persona describes his love. In a second simile, a comparison is drawn between his love and a lyrical song, a song which is both melodic and perfectly in tune. Burns uses anaphora repeatedly with the opening line, "Oh my love." This suggests that the persona is overpowered by intense emotion. At the end of this verse, we are left with the impression that the speaker is earnest in his proclamation of love. The possessive pronoun my is repeated 7 times in the course of the poem. This hints that this is a speaker proudly showcasing his relationship. At the same time, the word my suggests that such passionate intensity in love is a feeling unique only to him. Verse 2 opens with inversion. The unusual positioning of the word fair draws attention to how beautiful the persona feels the woman he loves is. Boni cements this image. Word last suggests the youth of the woman in question. This could imply the persona himself is young, which fits with the strength of the feeling and the simple terms used to express it. Burns reverses word order once again in line 2 of this verse to call attention to the degree to which he loves this woman. Use of the word D and the reference to seas in the last line of this stanza suggests that his affection is vast and apparently boundless like the ocean. The man in love asserts that his love will endure forever as the seas will never go dry. Hyperbole is employed here to good effect to suggest a narrative persona intoxicated by love. The use of incremental repetition in the final line of verse 2 and the first line of verse 3 underlines the notion that his love will prevail. The idea of prevailing love is enhanced by the naturalistic imagery in this verse. The love will have more permanence than the rocks and will go on after all the oceans have gone dry. As long as humanity itself is sustained, his love will endure. Once again, the terms by which the speaker loves are highly embellished in this verse, but the figurative language is effective, is presenting a speaker totally enraptured and willing to pledge himself to one person for the rest of his life. Incremental repetition is used in the final stanza to strike a more sober tone than the impassioned and hyperbolic tones of previous verses. In the phrase, my only love, and the repetition, my love, the speaker pledges himself exclusively to his partner. He implies that he will remain faithful to her throughout their time apart. The repetition of first two lines makes clear the hopelessness felt by the speaker as he considers their impending separation. Sentence structure here confirms that saying goodbye is difficult for the speaker. The word choice of a while indicates the speaker must be separated from his love for quite a period of time. It also suggests that the separation is not forever. This idea is reinforced in the third line. The speaker insists that he will come again. This definitely indicates that he intends to return to her. In the final line of the poem, the speaker is resolute. Neither time nor distance will keep him away from his love. Thematically, this poem considers human relationships and the powerful bond which can be forged between two people. In having us consider the passion of a lover at the beginning of a relationship, Burns also asks us to consider the longevity of intense emotions. He presents a universal experience, love, in readily accessible terms. With this, I end my lecture and meet you again in yet another video. Thank you.